do not reflect those of WSMN, its owners, and/or associates.
Lisa and Robin are two fun friends diving deep into conversations where nothing is taboo. They believe in eating dessert before dinner and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin on the mic.
Welcome to Lisa and Robin on the mic. You are listening on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live as well as YouTube. And we are always up on Spotify and every place you find your favorite podcasts. If you had to be on a reality television show, what would it be?
Oh, well, it certainly wouldn't be an eating challenge.
Right.
Oh my gosh. We have been watching The Devil's Game. It's like this Korean game show, and you've got to be super smart. Like it's crazy. It's actually pretty cool. If I were going to be on a reality show, what would it be? I would like to do The Amazing Race.
Okay, so that's if I could do it with you, I would want to do The Amazing Race.
Because I don't want to do Survivor, because I think Amazing Race, like most of the time, they end their journey in a hotel.
Yes, and you get to travel.
Not Survivor. I'm not the one, I'm not going to be, what's your one item if you were on Survivor, what would your one item be?
I would never be on Survivor.
But if you had to be.
But I'm not.
Come on, play with me. I mean, because if you have, I want to bring my toothbrush.
Right.
I'd want to bring a toothbrush. I would definitely want to bring, face cream.
So there's so many things, I can't wear the same underwear. That many, there's so many things.
Well,
you
would see underwear is irrelevant because I would just be like.
No, I know, but
you
then
probably
you're
wouldn't
wearing
be
the
wearing
same
a
dirty
dress.
clothes.
Yes, but how many outfits could you bring?
You can't. I just feel like the whole Survivor is not my thing because I also don't have the strategic chess moves of 5 moves ahead. Where I'm going to make you be my friend because then I'm going to vote you off.
Yes, because if I don't like you, I don't like you.
Right,
we're just going to be like, I can't suck it up. There is no buttercup over here.
Right. So how long is that going to work? So it's Amazing Race because of the travel element. And because I know I would never do the food challenge. So when they say, you can eat, I'd be like, what are we doing? Swimming with sharks? Let's go swim with sharks. Let's get in the water real quick.
Yes.
I would not do anything food related. I just saw Hot Ones where the guy interviews celebrities and they eat progressively hotter and hotter wings.
Oh, I've not seen
and
that.
that's one, I'm never doing that. I may do Dancing with the Stars, even though I've never seen a whole episode.
Oh, that would be good. I couldn't do a talent show.
I couldn't do it. Well, I think I could dance with professionals, right? If they told me what to do, but I don't want to stand there to get voted off. All of the reality television shows is because I can't stand public humiliation.
I think it would take me a whole season to be able to learn to dance, choreograph with them. When I lived in Francistown years ago, a friend of mine invited me to step aerobics, and I don't think it's because I'm left-handed. I don't think that, but I do see things, it's in reverse. So when you're crocheting and stuff, it's a different way to learn when you are left-handed. But everybody didn't know how to do that. Teach me that.
Yeah, left-handed in a right-handed world is you doing the exact opposite.
You're mirroring.
Yes.
And I would get confused, and my steps would always be off, and she's like, maybe this isn't for you.
Really?
She was just trying to tell me very gently that, because I went 2 or 3 times, and I was still okay. It's those quick movements and all right, quick, right, left.
Every step class I've ever been in, someone has been on the wrong foot. Every single class. That's not a reason not to go.
It's Francistown.
Yeah.
You've got these little, stay-at-home moms that homeschool and,
They're Mormon or something.
Don't drink any tea, coffee. And
no caffeine.
Just, they make their own tea leaves and all that stuff. And,
Yeah. No, I don't actually. I could never live that life.
I was going to say something really rude. Nursing till you're 8. Your kids are 8, but I was not.
So
I'm teasing. I love Francistown.
That's funny. That's really funny. I worked in Cambridge, Massachusetts for a dentist, and his wife nurse their kid, and the kid was 5.
Yeah, I did a Bible study when the son was like 6, and she's sitting there at the table, and he's standing up, and she just like, oh.
And so I'm sorry, teeth, right? If you can chew food, get off.
You can talk.
And then one of the things, right?
If you can read,
you can read.
Get off.
Get off that.
You can tie your own shoe, man. Get
if
off.
You're getting on the school bus. And then you got to wait until you're like 15, and then you start doing that again. But it's with a girlfriend.
Right.
But this is like inappropriate.
Right. This is so wrong. I know that it's good for you.
And someone, like, what are you going to be 9 feet tall with all this HGC? Or, yeah, is that what the human growth hormone is? Right?
Well, apparently you don't get that in breast milk. It's only cow milk.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea, right?
I thought it was ours.
Unless you're eating a lot of soy. I don't know.
Yeah. So and I don't know what's happening, and I'm working at the dentist office, and I'm filing, and he comes up, whips up her shirt, and starts. I'm going to use the word nursing.
Yeah.
Because technically that's what was happening, but that did not. I was 17, and that's not what it felt.
Yeah,
like was
at 17,
happening.
you're like, oh my God,
I'm
that can scar.
What is happening here?
Yeah.
And she's like, it's a comfort thing. I'm like, it doesn't feel comforting at all. I'm not comfortable at all.
For you or for him? For me?
What's happening? And I remember
for the people in the waiting room.
I remember being like, I need someone needs to process this with me. And then I came home and told my mother, and she's like, no, that's weird. That's inappropriate. Don't worry. You're not, because I'm like, I'm not going to, like, if I'm required to do this with children.
Yeah.
Because I was like, did you breastfeed me? She's like, of course no. I'm like, no, I didn't breastfeed you. She's like, it wasn't as important then. They were introducing us to formula, and formula had all the vitamins.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. She's like, we weren't, she's
I think
like,
that's great marketing too,
Oh, so I do think nursing is a beautiful thing. But
Right.
what I will say about it is I feel like it's intimate.
Yes. Yes.
And I know it's like, well, no, they're just eating. But even when I feed a baby a bottle, because I've never nursed a baby, I've only fed babies, a million
they
babies
just get
with bottles.
quiet and they
and they
snuggle
stare
in.
at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
They just look in your eyes like, please don't let anything happen to me.
Yeah.
That's what I always felt like, don't drop me.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone hurt me.
Well,
Make sure I'm okay.
Yes, and I feel like you see their vulnerability.
And you just
in
really,
it.
really bond with them during that.
Yes.
And I think that's why it's good when guys can feed, like whether it's breast milk that's pumped and then going in a bottle, because I know a bunch of dads who have said, oh, one of them that I used to work with said, my wife breastfeeds and she won't pump because she's home all the time. So I always change the diapers because to me, that's the only real time I get to bond.
Oh, I think it's something beautiful about, just being able to feed a baby and the dads to feed it. Because I would pump. I would pump. Well, I mean, I had to, but
yeah, you do.
I had to pump. And then, trying to do that, like the lactation nurse would come to the house and she's like, hey, this is how you do it. I had this, if I could sit Indian style and prop a pillow, it was mostly like 2 pillows to get them at the right height. And it just never worked.
Yeah.
Because now you got to reach over one. You almost kind of do a football hold this way, but it didn't.
And that's a lot going on.
It didn't work.
I'm like, you're not a cat with like 16 kittens. Like,
I know.
That's a lot of kids to be.
I did feel like I could pump for one and nurse one at the same time, but that was still a little bit difficult because then you have to stop the pump, burp the baby, put him back, and then you would switch. But so a lot of times I would just
There's a lot
nurse.
going on.
I would nurse one, and then when they were done, I would just pump because he wasn't nursing as well
as she was.
Yeah, and he was born before a suck reflex. They were both born, but she latched.
She figured it out.
Yeah, she was a lot easier to nurse than he was. But at that time, he'd gotten so used to having the preemie nipple, like you really just close your mouth around it and it would just come out. But anywho, how we got to breastfeeding from a reality show, I don't know. But here we are. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Welcome.
So I actually wanted to say, my first one, when you asked me, I was like, I think I might want to be on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. That's like the first reality. And I was like, do I really want to do that? I couldn't get in a cat fight. I couldn't do the cattiness.
So what
but I
always
like
thought
the gowns. I like the gowns.
The dressing up.
I
Why
like
don't you
the
do
travel.
the fashion reality one? The what's the fashion reality one called?
Where you have to make your own clothes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't sew.
But sometimes I feel like they're gluing and so
I'm gonna glue my outfit together.
let me just say that I don't watch reality television.
I
I've
could
never
be
seen
like-
a whole season of. I think I've seen one episode of Dancing with the Stars. I think I've seen Project Runway. I've seen one episode of Project Runway, but I have watched. That's not true. I watched some cooking reality TV ones. Beat Bobby Flay is one I've watched.
Oh yeah.
And the problem with me is if I won and was now cooking against Bobby Flay, I would just be over there like, what are you making? Can I have some?
Right.
I
What'd
don't
you
know how
use?
good I would trash talk him. Right.
Oh, see, I totally forgot. Glass blowing?
Yes.
I couldn't do that because I wouldn't be, I'd be a mess.
Right. But like I was thinking, the reality television, I don't like public humiliation.
Right.
I don't like private humiliation. Humiliation is like one of those. I know no one likes humiliation, obviously, but that's not true. When we were at Bike Week, we went to a bar, and part of you would pay extra to have a waitress throw a drink in your face and slap you across the face as hard as she could.
For real? Why?
In front of a group of people.
Why?
And I was like, wow, man, I didn't know that was a job. Are you going to pay me for that?
I
could-
want that job.
Maybe I could sign up.
Right. We could wear like little Hooter outfits and roller skates.
little pump up bra.
Yeah.
Little corseted push up bra.
Yes.
Just
And some roller
slap you
skates?
and throw a drink on you.
Yes.
But I was
Yes.
like, this is really interesting because back in my day, you threw a drink on someone, you even bumped.
That's an
and got your-
insult.
That is, you're getting into a bar fight
Right.
quick.
Yes.
And here you are paying more.
And now people are paying for it. It's
paying
so
for it.
weird. Hey, so here.
So if someone knows what that's all about, besides public humiliation, I mean, if we're interpreting it wrong, but I was like, what is going on in this bar? And then they would blow a whistle, and then everyone would look, and she'd blow a whistle because everyone stop and watch. I'm going to throw a drink in this guy's face and slap him as hard as I can. And they kept bringing this one girl, and I'm like, she's got like arms. She does her arm workout.
God. Well, that kind of reminds me of the
Weird world we live in.
Yes.
Weird world we live in.
Why would they do that? Yeah. All right. So I have two things. Talk about weird. All right. We'll start with that one.
Very weird.
Well, wait. The weird. Wait. What was it? I forgot the other one. The face. All right. Well, so one guy. So one I remember. This guy reached out to me and said, "Hey, have you ever considered doing a pie in the face photo shoot, like doing a little video?" And I'm like, "No. Why would I ever do a pie in the face?" And he's like, "Hey, I would pay you good money for it." Like
To throw a pie in
what's
your
good
face?
money? He's like $300
To throw a pie in your face?
to put a pie in my face.
Oh, in your face.
No,
Oh.
me put a pie in my face, or have somebody put a pie
No,
in my face.
I'll but for $150 I'll do you.
And then he
$150 I'll smash a pie in your face. Get a discount. 50% discount. There's a pie involved. You're cleaning that up.
Right.
Good luck with your conjunctivitis.
Right. And then he's like, so I left. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And then he sends these links to me and shows you pie in the face. There's these girls, if you look up bikini, like pie in the face or girls with pie in the face, there's like this whole thing. Like
There's a
this,
genre.
yes, it's like the foot thing. It's like people will pay. Like somebody
Yeah.
reached out to one of our friends' kids and said, "Hey, I need to yes, I noticed that you're a gymnast." And he's like, "I'll pay you for your foot pictures." I'm like, that's so weird.
Yeah. I don't want you whacking off to my feet. That's why I didn't when back in the day. That's why they were like, "You have nice feet. We can take pictures of them." I'm like, I don't want anyone. I don't know what you're doing with those feet pictures, but no. If I had known, like, it could go in shoes, and it's so silly because we don't know with what people are doing with our images now,
Right. Right.
right? God knows what people are
Right.
doing.
You don't even have to download anything. You just screenshot it.
Right.
And then you can make your own.
So when you were getting married, did you have the discussion, do not smush
Yes.
cake in my face?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We did.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you guys?
Yeah. But he was like, I wouldn't. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not smushing it in your face. This is like,
Yeah.
you know,
I just feel like it's just, I don't know. I don't think there's anything cute about it.
I don't. And that day you've got makeup on, this dress. You
Right.
know, you're head to toe multiple grand.
Right.
Let's not smear any. You know, and I don't even think it's funny when other people do it.
I don't either. I think it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't quite go as far as to say disrespectful. I mean, it's just kind of diminishing. It's like you look forward to this and like you watch some of them and they like really enjoy it. Like sometimes they'll smash it. I mean, I see sometimes he'll put
Grab
some
the back of the
icing-
head to keep
yes.
the head from moving back. And then
I
it's-
mean, if I'm going to do it, you're going to get the whole top tier, man. I'm just going to go.
yeah, so I'm not a public humiliation person, so I think that's why even the reality show genre is not that thrilling to me. And I know on cooking shows they're not humiliated, but you can see people their whole life, they'll cry on it, and I just
Yes.
I want entertaining, and to me that's not entertaining, and I think that's why I'm not a big reality television person. But
Next Level Chef, I would do that.
Okay.
I mean, that's intense, though.
Yeah.
And that's not, I don't feel like they publicly humiliate. They do a really good job because these people are phenomenal cooks.
I'll be a judge. I would
be a
judge.
judge.
So one of the things I think is really funny, so I was watching a few of the Beat Bobby Flay shows. They have 10 minutes to use a gourd in a dish. Like it's always some obscure...
Yeah.
Make a dish
with
around
a gourd?
chia seeds, or like they always have these
Yeah.
weird take kumquats and make them and then they give them 10 minutes. The first one's 10 minutes, the second one's 45 minutes. They have such a limited amount of time, and then the people are like, I didn't think this was properly seasoned. It's like, hey, you got food in 10 minutes from such an obscure item,
Right.
I would constantly be saying, like, it's amazing you made anything out of kumquats in 10 minutes,
Right.
but it probably needs more salt.
Gosh, what would you do with kumquats?
I don't even know what I've never eaten a kumquat.
See, that's what I would have a brain freeze. Like under pressure, I was brain freeze.
But I know that when you're having a baby and they tell you the size, like today it's the size of a grape, they use kumquat as an actual measurement in every book. And I'm like, what is a kumquat? What's the size of
Isn't it like the size of like maybe an apricot?
Then say apricot. We all know what apricots are. We all know what plums are.
Right.
we all know what avocados are. Why are you
What do
using
you do with a
kumquats?
kumquat?
What is the flavor profile of kumquats?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I just like saying
Man,
kumquat.
I really wish I remembered what I said. It was something about the beer on the head, or like
the drink
throwing
in
a
the
drink.
face?
Yes.
I'll come to you and you just shout it out.
But
when
do you
you
think
come.
it makes them like? Why would you want to sign up for that?
I have no idea. Maybe it's
To ruin your hair for the rest of the day?
It is so foreign to me as a concept. I'm like, wow. If someone threw a drink in my face,
I mean, if you want to do like tequila shots off my belly, then I would do that. Like you could pay me to do that.
we live in a weird world.
Not the face, not the hair.
when you were talking about that people are watching women get pie smashed in their face, there is a comedian, Tom Segura. We went to see Tom Segura. So he has that show, Your Mom's House, with his wife, Christina P. And they're both funny.
No, I don't know that.
Oh, Your Mom's House? And then they'll interview other comedians. One of the things is before they just like troll the internet and they go look at weird things people are doing, and I can't watch it. It's too weird. I don't like knowing these weirdos are out there.
It's true.
But there's a series of women who fart, I guess, on TikTok, and they videotape themselves farting. And one woman is smashing pie with her foot and farting and videotaping herself. And Christina's like...
And it's probably got like 1 million views.
And you know what I said? I'm never going to unsee that. I wish I didn't see it. I'm never going to unsee it. I don't... What? We have too much free time on our hands.
Yes.
I think that might be another thing. Maybe we should all do more working. Get a second
And
job.
bored.
Get a 401k.
You have to be bored. Are you bored? Because, kids do that stuff. We did that stuff when we were kids. I mean,
And
I
now
didn't
you
walk around
can
farting because I never wanted to fart in front of anybody. But I was in the grocery store yesterday, and I'm on the aisle, and one of this workers come by, and she literally dropped a bomb and kept walking. And then I'm like, are you kidding me? Did she literally just, like, spray fart me? Crop dust me and keep going? And then this old lady came and I'm like, oh my God, now she's gonna think I did it.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm out of the aisle. I didn't get my dressing.
Right. You're like, I
Get myself
can't.
dressing.
I can't.
Like,
I can't. Yeah. So
I'll gag.
yeah. And so that's part of the thing of like, once I see this, I can't unsee it. I was watching YouTube and it kept saying to me on the top, if you just watch this next ad, in full, we'll play less ad for you later. And I'm like, you're the one who makes Skip.
Liar.
Well, first of all, you're the one who made Skip.
Right.
If you want me to watch the whole ad,
Then don't give me Skip.
don't give me Skip. You're not haggling with me about these ads.
It's true.
And so I had to stop watching Christina P. in that Tom Segura episode because once I saw that lady farting while smushing her foot in a pie, I'm like, I don't even know what's happening here. I want no part of this. I want no part of this. If this is reality TV, like this is why I don't like reality TV. This is why I try to surround myself with flowers and beautiful things. I'm like, what a weird world. Everyone get a 401k, get a savings account.
I think we all do weird stuff.
Of course we.
I'm
but
trying
that's
to think
really
of something
weird.
what I would do. Like
That's
what's something
really
weird that I do?
That is such weird
It
fetish.
is weird.
That is such weird fetish, and that
But
millions of
farting,
people.
how can farting be a fetish? That's what I don't get.
I don't know. But
or
anyway,
even just like have any like I don't know, class.
I don't know. I think
Dignity?
some things private.
Yeah, farting is one.
And if you're also going to involve food and farting at the same time, like that was
Well, stepping on your food too.
and that was really weird. And the way the direct eye contact she was making while she was doing it, and Christina was like, "What do we think?" And I'm like, "I think I have to not watch the rest of this episode." Is what I thought. I wanted to watch Jordan. Remember when we saw Tom Segura in Manchester, the SNU Arena?
Yeah.
Remember the woman Jordan who opened up for him?
Yes.
They were talking to her, but they weren't getting to her quick enough. So I fast forwarded, and then she was saying how she broke up with her boyfriend, and then they were playing weird guys. Like, do you like this guy? And then I'm like, I can't watch these. These are really creepy.
I think it's probably maybe that was a creepy episode.
Maybe
Creepy
it's
episode
creepy.
number 78.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go watch Oprah's book club. And so then I'm watching Oprah's book club.
For real, you were watching Oprah's book club?
Well, because Liz Gilbert,
oh,
writer of Eat, Pray,
yes,
Love,
yes,
and Big
yes.
Magic. Now, what do we think about Liz? Because she's a low talker. Do you like Liz? Did you read Eat, Pray, Love?
Yeah, I like her. I think she gets a bad rap. Do you?
So I think, no, I don't think she gets a bad rap. I think when someone's like that really low talker, everything is nothing, it's just all spiritual. It's NPR voice and everything is just, when it's magic and all when it that.
How much self-discipline does it take to stay that low?
What are you repressing?
Yes.
What are you shoving down that's going to come out later? And it
Yes.
came out in her new book.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
She's been shoving it down. And she's done a tell-all.
She's gonna blow. She's gonna blow.
And if it was... So I read Eat, Pray, Love.
Wait, but I just saw something about her, and that's why I was like,
Because she's on a book tour.
I know, but she was getting some bad.
Because of her book tour.
Yes, and I was like, she's getting a bad rap. Like,
She's not getting a bad rap.
I gotta find that.
She's
find
coming
that
clean.
comment.
She's coming clean.
Yeah, but somebody didn't like her being honest. Like,
Right.
coming out of the. Yeah, so I'm like, well,
And I think it's the low talking.
yeah,
I'm concerned with low. I don't have low talkers in my world. You know
I
why? Because
feel
I'm
like
thinking
when
one
I start
day.
low talking, I feel like I'm getting really serious. It's my version of my growl. I'm in a corner. You need to calm down right now. Do you really want to say
the
that to
low
me?
talking is like who's going to get punched in the face? Because the crazy.
I wish our fingernails were like, how cats like they do on cartoons, like maybe Tom and Jerry, or
They go click,
when
click,
the
click,
cats,
click, 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 click.
or you can hear it like a switchblade. They kind
Yes,
of just pop
yes,
out like a
yes.
switchblade. I wish they would do
And they
that.
do one at a time. They let you
Yeah.
know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or claws out. They
Yeah.
just go it's that one sound.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're out.
Yeah. So
Wish my nails would make a noise.
the
like
reason
that.
why I like when there are two kinds of crazy. There's the low talker crazy, and then there is the loud crazy. I like loud crazy. Gives you ample time to cross the street,
Yes.
get in a car, call 911.
Yes.
Loud crazy. Very
It's
useful.
startling. Yes.
It gives you ample time. Low talker brings you close. What did they
Well,
say?
it reminds me of like Kramer on Seinfeld. you know, when he said something about self-defense, you know, you just go, you know, I can't say it, you know, bat poop crazy. And somebody, you know, that approaches you, you're like, I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to fight me, I'd be like, you would go crazy.
Right.
Loud,
Right.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
And then probably run.
Yes. As fast as you possibly can.
I'd be knocking tables down. I'd be throwing drinks. I'd be putting obstacles behind me the whole way.
It's like putting a cat in a bath.
Yes.
That doesn't want a bath.
Because, you know, I don't like to run. So now you got me doing two things. You got me scared and you got to make me run. So
And you know I hate
now I'm pissed. I mean, now I'm PO'd.
I think we can say pissed. I don't think that's an FCC 7.
Maybe not. Well, it's that out there now. So
Yeah. There
can't
we
take
go.
it back.
There we
Rewind.
go. Let us know if there's a fine. We're not paying it.
No edit. No edit.
Yeah, so the low talker, and she's always been a low talker, and I thought all her low talking was the spirituality that she's constantly searching for and seeking and saying she found. Saying she found all of that. You know, Eat, Pray, Love was,
Yes.
you know, and I think I watched Oprah. I watched the Oprah Book Club.
What did she say?
Oprah was like, I can't believe this. What was happening? Because you ate and you prayed and you loved. How did this happen? And of course, she's peddling her book. So I made another friend watch it. I made Carolyn watch it. And she goes, I don't think any of that's true. I think she just typed in her book. Because I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
Mm.
And I'm like, it did make me want to buy the book. And I'm, no crazy. No low talker crazy. You've been a guru for people.
You're
and
gonna
I'm not
read
giving
it in
you
her
$29
voice.
I'm not going to give you $29.95. I'm not giving you 8 hours or whatever it is.
I think low talk should be like for meditation, for yoga,
Yes.
winding down.
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, I know when Chris changes his voice and starts getting low, and I know when I change my voice and start getting low, like, uh-oh.
And I think I don't have a low capacity. In a fight, I'm high squeaky, I think. I'm almost like, only dogs can hear me. You know?
And rats.
Right? And there's a dog, his head's twitching off 2 streets over. Ow, ow.
Rubbing at their ears. Cat's missing. He's like, wait, so I don't, yeah. Wait, you don't deepen your voice?
I think
Or,
when
like,
I
you
come
slow
on,
it down?
if someone makes me repeat myself too much, I will say to myself, okay, I'm talking too fast. And probably when I slow down, I deepen it.
But like when you're really angry or you're really frustrated. Like, all right, so think about like
I don't
somebody at
think
the
I like
grocery
how-
store that's been really rude, or like your cashier, your
I
bagger.
think I get
has been-
hysterical.
Like the lady that
I think I get hysterical.
at what's I want to say
Oh, Whole
Starbucks.
Foods.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Whole
Whole
Foods.
Foods.
The Whole
Yeah.
Foods lady.
Yeah, I got loud. And I
Mm.
almost started throwing eggs. So I think I get hysterical. I think I get, oh, she's taking off her earrings. She's taking off her heels. She's putting down her purse. I think I'm giving warning. I think I'm giving warning signs.
That's my low voice. It's true.
When you're like, uh-oh.
I'm gonna try that.
And I think in general, maybe we have to stop with the gurus. Maybe we have to stop with the thought leaders because
Do you think it's
Liz-
a power move? You know how they do like these signals, these hand signals, like, you know, these, and it's supposed to be the way that you're speaking in some things. But do you think that it's
you're not supposed to flail your arms, knock over
coming?
drinks.
I know, because I'm like that. I can't stand still. I'm surprised I haven't even moved my position yet. Like I usually, I tuck my feet. So even when we're in a restaurant and fancy dress, I'm,
Right, I'm comfy.
Indian style.
Right.
Shoes off, Indian style.
It's hip flexors.
But
It's
do
hip
you
flexors.
think that I didn't mean to cut you off, but I was just thinking, wonder if it's a way to draw the focus when you're slowing down and drawing almost like from an authority, like from an authoritative standpoint.
I know lots of people do it, and I know there are chronic low talkers. And Liz Gilbert, to me, is a chronic low talker.
Yeah.
And it always came off as spiritual. It always came off as zen and
Yeah.
one and
I'm in flow.
And,
I'm in relax.
and everything is fine.
Like she's been smoking too much weed.
Right. And
Like Cheech and Chong.
it's funny because you're watching it and you're like, this can't be real. And then halfway through this in my head, this can't be real. Well, she is a low talker. And
Was she a low talker all through Oprah's interview?
Yes. Well, and when I say low talker, her voice isn't not loud, right? She has a command of her voice, but there's perfect inclination and not inclination.
It's more like monotone.
It's
There's
spiritual.
no peaks and valleys.
It's that. It's not the preacher cadence
Well, it's
where
not
you go
Southern
up.
Baptist.
Yeah, it's not Southern Baptist, where there's the up and there, when you're
Hallelujah.
and yeah, amen, and none of that.
Gonna get
She has this different, maybe yoga zen guru, and I think probably I'm using that language because she went to India and prayed and meditated, and we all followed along and thought we were so inferior to her. And let me tell you right now, if you've ever felt inferior to Liz Gilbert, give yourself an hour on any one of her talk show book promotions and you will just pat yourself on the back of like, wow, no matter what disaster my life is right now, it is not this. It is not this.
Yes.
It is not this.
She's not going to be very happy with us. She's like, oh, I don't do that. See, my first was like, I'm going to go high.
And I'd prefer high. And I think when I think of the low talker, I think it's bottling up a rage. Or
I definitely
we're
have
not
to agree
seeing
with that
the
because
real
when I get
version.
low, I'm like, we're going to take it down. I'm going to get really serious here.
right.
And
And
I don't even know if I can use that tone right now.
and maybe because I'm Italian and I come from a long line of yellers.
I am high pitched. I go high. I definitely go low. But I think when I want my message to being like, it's kind of like I am growling. It's my snarl.
Mhm.
It's like, we're going to take this down. And I'm drawing my line in the sand.
So I read Michael Crichton's new book,
Which one?
Travels.
Oh.
So it's his nonfiction book about how he always uses travel to change his perspective and to see the world, and is part of his, writing. He's got tons of money, and he has this one section where he talks about someone called him hysterical, the word hysterical, and he's like, that's what women do. And the response was, no, men are pretty hysterical right now too. And I'm like, they are kind of hysterical.
They are. They just show it in a very different way.
They just show it in a different way. But he had this he went to a meditation retreat. And so that's a chapter, and he's in, I believe it's Sedona. I believe it's Arizona, but I could be wrong. I think it is because he talks about the desert. And he says that one of the assignments is to go find something in nature that speaks to you. Do you have things in nature that speak to you?
Oh my God, yes. I'm like, what would I say? Flowers for sure. Even this morning, it had just stopped raining, and I walked around. We closed our pool, which makes me so sad. But
I know that is really sad.
my flowers, my mandavillas are just bursting. Like there's like so many blooms on my mandavillas, and my rose bushes are starting to look good, and I want to bring those in. But where I cut some of the petunias back, they're all regrowing again. When they start to get leggy,
Yes.
and like the million bells, they're like the small versions. I don't have as much luck with those, but once like August comes, I start cutting my petunias back, and I have so much regrowth on it. I'm like, man, if I don't bring this in, it's going to die. It's probably not going to get like a full bloom, but I'm like, it's birthing a new baby, and I don't want to. So
Lose
yes,
it.
but I also just think being in nature, like just even walking the golf course, it's just so quiet. It's so quiet. You see the mountain, and you see Mount Monadnock in the background, and you see all the leaves changing. And down where they have a lot of like wetlands, and there's a ton of ferns and cattails that are like, so all the cattails are blooming, and the ferns are turning that orangish brown kind of, and the grass is like that
Rusty.
yellowy color, like just the fall colors. And you're out there in the evening, like, so the sunset speaks to me, the sky speaks to me, the forest, like you're walking. And I love driving by, like, and you see the streams, and it's just, I don't know. I said to my son the other day, we were driving home, and on the way, I think is it 101 from Peterborough
Yeah.
From Jaffrey.
Yes.
From Jaffrey all the way. So when you're coming from Jaffrey and you're going into Peterborough, if you look along the side of the road, there's a stream, and it runs all the way to Keene too.
Yes.
It's just rocky, but the forest is like these big trees and is all spaced open. It reminds me of Bridge to Terabithia, if you've ever read that. It's a young adult's book, but he goes on this adventure, makes this friend, she dies, blah, blah, blah. But they build this club, this fort in the woods, and it's magical the way that it unfolds to me. So I think about that, and it's calming.
Mm-hmm.
It's calming, and ever when I get out of sorts or have so much energy and chaos inside of me, I always seek to go outside. Like yesterday, it was rough. Like it's raining.
Right. How do I get outside of here? Right.
Like I feel
But
like
that's
I'm in
nature
prison.
too.
Yeah,
That's clouds
Yes.
spitting on you.
yeah.
Or clouds crying.
Their beer on me. Throw my beer on me. Like,
Slap me in the face.
Wait, I
too.
didn't pay for this.
So one of the things I thought he was so beautiful about this chapter is his struggle with it, right? And he talks about, and then he feels like he must perform and he's not doing as good of a job because people are finding their rocks and their stones and their trees and he's got nothing. And finally, this really ugly cactus says, "What are you looking at?" And so he's like, "Oh my God, I heard it." So he tries to talk back to it and it doesn't talk back. So he wrestles for weeks with this cactus. And so when it won't speak back to him, he's like, "Fine, and then he starts drawing it because he's a writer. So they say either write or draw whatever is more difficult for you. So he draws. And he says, when you draw, you really have to look at the detail of something. You really have to get in depth with it to draw. So he was drawing this cactus. And then he started making a story for this cactus. This cactus was out somewhere. This is a man-made it was a man-made little alcove. And they put this cactus on the exterior before it hit like the pavement. But it wasn't naturally there. And he could see that at some point someone brushed up against the cactus, hurting the cactus and probably swearing at it because of its thorns.
Pricklies.
And that he had to grow over and around this injury and how he just went through this whole thing.
Wow.
And at the very, very last two lines of the chapter, he went to say goodbye to it, and the cactus said it was good to spend time with you. And he said, "I know that when they moved this cactus here, he has never been able to see the sunset since." And that made me cry. And he said, the next line is, and I cried.
Oh. Why did it make you cry?
To be taken away from something, it's a wild cactus. If it wasn't picked to be put there,
Right.
it would be somewhere watching a sunset. It would be more in a natural place.
And it's more in its natural environment.
Right. And I think, all the flowers in my yard, do you get it? I don't know. It just broke my heart.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm crying now.
Right.
It broke my heart. Because he assigned the story that this was such a resilient, it was an ugly cactus because it had been injured, but it was still resilient and it still grew around its injury and it was still giving its flowers but it had made it sore, like its personality was a little grouchy and crabby. But he knew why. And then I think it was almost like his attributing that this cactus at one point knew the sunset and has never seen it since.
Yeah.
It was a tough one, and then I was like, I'm gonna have to put this book down. It's too much.
Well, it is kind of funny how it is. Like,
isn't that funny?
it's funny we don't realize that
What
we take
touches
beauty
us.
away. We take beauty away from things that we don't see.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because my whole life is about seeking beauty,
Yeah.
right? So
What do you think talks to you in nature?
Everything.
Yeah. I think you have to be open. You have to be open to it. I think just it's an appreciation.
I don't think you can be lonely in nature.
Right.
I don't think when you see trees and the trees are all connected and we're learning so much about trees now. We thought trees all reaching for the sun, but what they're doing is absorbing the sun and then feeding it in an underground system.
Yes.
We've learned so
and
much.
they actually help support other root systems.
Right, and why a tree in a forest, even if it gets cut down, it can get new growth because it's being fed from underneath from the other trees. So I think, especially animals, I think it's hard to feel alone when you have an animal. I think that's why if you live alone, you should have a pet.
Yes.
You need, and I think Tom Papa does a beautiful joke about you need two eyes looking at you, telling you don't kill yourself. I need food.
I was trying to find where I wrote this thing about how much vibration, energy that trees put off. It's like go hug a tree.
So I'll read you the paragraph.
Okay.
Oh, where's my glasses?
Here, use mine.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm
I'm
going to read the
rolling.
paragraph and I just want to see if it touches anyone else the way it touched me. So he said, on the final day of the conference, I visited the cactus to say goodbye. The cactus was just sitting there. It wouldn't speak to me. I said I appreciated where it had shown me and I had enjoyed spending time with it, which wasn't exactly true because I felt frustrated a little bit of the time, in which it wasn't exactly, because now it's saying, Start over. The cactus had been in, Then I realized that from its position in the garden, the cactus could not ever see the sun set. The cactus had been for years in that position and had been deprived of seeing sunset. I burst into tears. And then the cactus said to me, it's good having you here with me. And then I really cried. And I was like, wow, I'm too sensitive. I can't put this book down. It's a great book.
No,
It's a great book.
I think about
And that was pretty much like 3/4 of the way through that chapter about Zen. But it's interesting to hear.
This is Michael Crichton.
Yes, the guy who wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So he was a doctor.
Really?
And I didn't know that. So it's an interesting story. I mean, it's
didn't know that
nonfiction for him because I've read his fiction, but I hadn't read anything nonfiction by him. So it was interesting to read. And I do, in lieu of travel, I like to read about travel.
I like to read about travel. I like to look at the pictures.
Right. So I'll give you the book after. And we'll see
Okay.
what you think of it. I thought it was very, very good.
I was trying to look up that. I
He's
was
a good
trying to look
writer,
at
though.
that one. Yes, I think he is a good. He's a little wordy for me when he was doing his like suspense. I don't know. And it's not in like Dan Brown, like Da Vinci Code and all those.
Sometimes that's like, stop being so cerebral.
That's
and
why I'm
tell
like, he's
me
too
what you need
wordy.
to- yeah.
He's too wordy. Like I don't like. And I feel like he's like that too a little bit.
Yeah. And I think I feel that way when he's talking about the science. I'm like,
Yeah.
do I really need to know
You're
that
giving
much
me
science?
too much information and not enough story.
Yeah.
Like I like a good storyteller.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, some people really like Dan Brown. It's not that I don't dislike. I don't have anything negative to say.
But
It's
I will
just not for
I will
me.
skip a sentence. If I
Yes.
feel like I've gotten the point,
Paragraphs, pages, but yeah.
I will be like, all right, I don't need any more. I don't like a lot of exposition. I think that's why sometimes fantasy is hard for me because fantasy is world building.
Yes.
You got to build the whole world. And at some point, I'm just like, all right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Quantum truths that you need to know. Trees emit frequencies that regulate your nervous system. So just standing near them shifts your energy. I do believe that.
I do believe that about the ocean, too.
I do too. I mean, everything is energy. Everything is energy. And I do think that is a very grounding force. Like I've been listening to, I listen to something in nature at night. So on our Sonos, we do ocean waves, rain, thunderstorms. Sometimes I'll do like night sounds, like the crickets. Like I'd like to hear the crickets and the owls and like just different night animals.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they just get stuck on the crickets, and then after a while, it's like, wow, it hurts your ears. It's like, are my ears ringing?
or you think, wow, these are really loud crickets.
Yes.
I thought the rain was really loud last night. I woke up several times to the rain.
Oh, well, I had rain in there, so I didn't hear mine.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the real rain.
I remember coming from the city. I'm a city girl, so honking, all of that you can blur out. I get to Derry, New Hampshire, and I think, wow, these are loud birds. Like these birds are loud,
Yeah.
waking me up.
Yeah.
Not even the sun is not even up. I don't know why you're squawking yet. The sun's not even up, but you're squawking at my window. Are you yelling in my window? And it took me a long time to get used to that. I remember being angry at the birds.
Yeah, in the morning, like
In
you're
the morning.
way too early.
Because I'm a night person.
Our old house, we had somebody had chickens, and I'm like, that dang rooster.
Oh, yeah, but chickens are annoying.
all the time. Yeah, do female chickens make noises?
I don't know. But,
That's a good.
well, they do make noises, but I don't think they're crowing at the sun.
Yeah, but can they make a loud noise? Like if they were in danger?
I think they can.
I think turkeys do, and
Yeah.
geese do. We had geese hissing at me on the golf course.
I love when geese hiss. I think good for you. Good for
They
you.
have, like some thick necks too. You know, like I don't think I want to battle. Like there's 3 of you.
That's
and,
why
like,
people ate them.
There's like 6 babies, and like there's 3 big ones, and I'm
Mm.
like they're like right at my tee box, and I'm like I can't go up there.
No.
Chris is like, yes, you can. Take your club, and I'm like, I'm not gonna scare them. They've got their babies. I don't want to force them into the water because it's water I would never get into. But all the lily pads. So in the spring, it looks like a lake. It looks like a big pond, and then as summer goes, there's more and more lily pads that just come up, and it's just so. And you see these little tiny ducks, and I'm like, how hard must it be to navigate through all the weeds and the tangle and the undergrowth underneath there? And I was like, ugh, I would not get in there. Like, and I think, some poor duck or some baby geese, it's going to get sucked down. It's going to get eaten by a turtle. All of a sudden, you just don't see it on the top of the water anymore. And I'm like, man, I don't want to be sucked under someone grabbing my leg.
No, it's like the shark world for them.
And he's like, a turtle's not going to drag you under. And I'm like, well, I'm still not going to.
I know, but they do bite. They do.
They
eat
do
baby
bite.
ducks.
But I'm like, what if there's like an anaconda or something in there?
Yeah.
It wouldn't survive the winter. I'm like, but what if there is a big snake?
Says who?
I said it, and then we go over to.
Are you kidding? Alligators survive like 4-year droughts, almost
Yes.
like in a hibernation. So
Yes.
do we know that the snake doesn't just fall asleep and then wake up in the spring? Do we really know that?
To bury itself. Like, I mean, there's animals, there's fish and frogs and stuff that bury themselves in the mud and slow their heart rate down to and the parts of their body actually freeze. I
Interesting.
don't know if a snake can do that or not, but
Yeah.
I don't want to find out. I can just think about it like I'm that little duck. Swim, 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 swim.
Yeah, but I do love that geese will hiss because I think good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Protecting
Don't
my turf.
Don't take any
I
crap
didn't
from
want
us.
the babies to get in the water. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just hit from the whites. And he's like, no, it doesn't. He did go and shoo them off. But they're like, as soon as I'm walking up, I'm probably within 5 feet. And he starts hissing at me. And I was like, all right. Hey, dude, I didn't put the tee box here.
I was a big hisser for a while. I was a big hisser. I had me and one girlfriend, and we would go places, and when we were done, we would just go one quick cat
I
hiss,
like that.
and this we wouldn't have to communicate.
I saved something I was going to read, but now I have to figure out how to get back to.
What do you think about?
saved.
Oh, and so we're gonna go to the top of the hour, and this is such a big subject. I don't think we can.
All
Talk
right, we'll
about
start
it right
it.
now. Let's see.
How do I?
And did you know that there was this guy online, and he takes his Malamute?
Malamute? I don't.
One of the dog that looks like a German Shepherd. Mallows? I think it's a Mallows. Whatever. Anyways, it looks like a German Shepherd. Doesn't matter. And he roller skates with it. And he takes a 360 camera, and he just hoofs with this dog. And people are So here's a beautiful video of a guy enjoying the outdoors with his dog. And his dog's smiling, and the tongue's out, and he's all happy. And people are putting in the comments, dogs aren't meant to run that fast. Dude, the heart's going to explode. Dude, all of these different
Then you
things.
should eliminate dog racing. Those poor little greyhounds.
I'm like, don't they pull sleds and,
whip it?
but anyways, I thought, wow, people could find misery in the most beautiful
Oh, yes.
thing. But he gives out awards, and he calls them dumb awards. And he goes, you got an award. He's like, I'm showing you 30-second snippets. Don't worry, the dog didn't run like this for 9 hours. Don't worry about it. But he didn't say
Right.
that. What he said was, you get an award. So every time someone put something, and then someone was like, why is he getting an award? That's not accurate. And he says, no, whenever anyone says something really dumb, I give them the dumb A award.
I
And I'm
love
like,
it.
we should bring that. We should kind of make that
You know
common
what we
knowledge.
should do? We should just make stickers,
You get one.
like a DA sticker
Yeah, and a lot of stuff is none of our business. I
with
think
our
we
logo.
need to So I have not been on the news. I've tried to be off the news. It's been really hard, but I've been trying to be off the news for the last 2 weeks. We do not need to know everything.
I forgot to tell you. Yes.
We do not need to know everything.
Yes. No, we don't. No, but people don't.
No one's consulting
but
me
I
about
don't-
making it better.
I don't think people are stopping to realize that the news is entertainment as well. It's like an entertainment company.
A misery entertainment company.
Yes, but you know what? They go by ratings just like all the other shows. Like every show, every movie, they all go by ratings. And so they're still jockeying for. So it's still marketing. They're telling you, and if I have the gruesomest and if I have the juiciest details, then
Most
I'm-
salacious.
then yes, so that if they're all looking for it, like you're just looking to see, like the truth is that's not always the truth. Like we're doing this so we can get our rankings up too, and we want to get you on the hook.
Yes.
We're gonna draw you in.
Yes.
We'll be back.
So you are listening to Lisa and Robin on the mic on another Thursday on WSMN 1590 AM 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back at the top of the second hour where we're going to talk about Irish goodbyes and beauty pageants.
All right.
Stay tuned.